So it's been a little over a year and a half since I did the install of the RGB kit on the backside of my 46-inch Samsung LED TV. This video, the purpose of it, it's kind of just an update, maybe a precautionary video of some sort that'll kind of update you and let you know some of the stuff that I've had kind of happen since the time I installed it. So let me flip on the light here. Drag this TV stand out so you can kind of see behind it. So there is the LEDs I mounted in my previous video. Yeah, there's some glare. It is a glass top TV stand, so deal with it. Now, before I set this down, this is the, I want to say like a 40-something, 42, 46 channel, or, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look it up. It's the RGB kit that has the most colors available. I want to say it's like a 42, 46-inch channel or something that they say. I'll look it up. So anyways, I won't bore you too much with the details, so quick overshoot of the LEDs I installed. If you want to know more, I'll put the link in the description or somewhere in the corner here or here, showing the actual install. So I guess fast forward a little bit here. First point of interest is the fact that even if you clean your TV super well and use some awesome tape, maybe use an awesome camera to that also autofocuses, or maybe I can actually talk here. Anyways, so one of the main problems here is the fact that the actual glue, or the double-sided tape, does hold fairly well, but in some areas it will lift up. So the problem is with this TV is the fact that you might be able to see here is this perforation, or this divot that they have here. So the path that I've chosen, now the LED strips are flexible, but the path that I chose, they're just not flexible enough to get in here. So it's not something that I'm worried about it falling off, but if you kind of look behind here, or obviously show a video like I do, it kind of looks like shit, but it does stay on here pretty well. So the remedy for this is, dependent on your TV, you can go a little bit higher and just find a path that doesn't have as much shit that you have to go over that's going to cause you problems. So this one, I don't think that's the speaker, because I think the speaker's below. I think that just dissipates the heat, so I can probably go over top of that without a problem. So that's just something that you want to kind of look out for. Holy God, this TV is really dirty. Ugh, it's kind of gross. Obviously, I did not clean this TV before this video. Anywho, so that's kind of the first point. Second point of interest is these corners here. So the RGB kit doesn't come with any other connectors. It's just a giant strip. I won't bore you with the details, but what I purchased was 90-degree pieces here that contact two strips together, and you have these little connectors. So the connectors, I have one handy here, look like such. So what you do is you strip the silicone off the one strip, place it in here. You can do the same for the other, or you get a 90-degree piece, stick it in here, and boom, boom. There you go, connect them together. So the problem I was having was these, you crimp down like such, and how they work is there's two little teeth here somewhere. Come on. There we go. So yeah, these two little teeth here, they go down and they crimp onto this, and they actually hold it into place. So that worked for, I want to say like a month and a half, maybe 2 months max. And then eventually it kind of, I don't know if it wiggled loose or what happened, but the strip from here on didn't work. So only this strip worked, but it was dependent on the color. So there's actually 4 points on here. There's RGB, red, green, blue, and then there's the positive 12 volt. So what I specifically was having a problem with was red and blue was working, but yet green wasn't. So, to kind of complicate matters was the fact that the actual box itself, right here, was actually getting burned out. Now, I replaced it 3 times. Yeah, 3 times, because I thought it was a problem with the cheap boxes that I was using, because you can get them off eBay from Hong Kong for less than $5, and you get the box and then a new controller. So I thought it was a problem with the box. Well, what actually turned out when I kind of backtracked, did some trial and error, was actually this corner specific, well, not this one specifically because I replaced it, but this corner here was shorting out. Well, what actually happened was when these teeth clinch down on these 90-degree pieces, they actually break it. Now it's like super thin. I mean, it's like a couple sheets of paper, kind of, you know, thin or whatever. But so it was contacting 2 different points and was shorting it out. So I was burning out these stupid little boxes. But once I figured that out, what the remedy to do and what I recommend is take these little tabs. Now you'll still cut the silicone off the edges of your LED, slip it into here. Obviously it's a little difficult here. Anyway, so you'll slip it into there, but what you want to do is cut these flaps off. Cut them off completely. So this is all you're left with. This is all you're left with. Just stick it in here, LED strip the 90, and then what I recommend doing is, after, of course, you tested it, you have it on, take some silicone, and clearly it's not the most pretty thing here. It's pretty fucking ugly. But just take your silicone and just, you know, squeeze it on there. That way you don't have these little teeth biting in and shorting things out. So as far as silicone, it really doesn't matter. You can't go wrong. Stuff I got was from Home Depot, 100% silicone, 2.8 fluid ounces. You can get a smaller thing, but it's, you know, something simple. Just take it and put it on each corner after you cut the flaps off, and you won't have any problems. So the next problem that I want you to be wary of is the frequency. Now, I think this works from like a radio frequency. I'm not a big person in electronics, so I can't, fully explain it. But the problem that I was having was with my actual Samsung remote. Every time I messed with the volume up, volume down, or the channel up, channel down, it was either strobing my backlighting kit, or it was changing the colors. So clearly when you're watching TV, it's a pain in the ass. Every time I volume up, volume down, it's strobing. Every time I channel up, channel down, it's changing the colors. Well, that's not what I want. I want to pick a color, and I want it to be on all the time. So I wish I had a specific remedy for that, but really the only thing that solved it was the fact that I switched out that box, and you get a new remote with it. The third time, granted it's only $5, $6 from Hong Kong, the third time I switched it out, it actually worked. So now I can actually, I'll show you here. I have no idea what's on. I think my PlayStation's on. Probably Netflix. So now I can show you. So I'm voluming up. Clearly, can't change a channel when it's on Netflix. But it's not doing anything, which is cool. So I wish I had a remedy for it. I don't know the frequency that these work at, but obviously they're done in random. And the first two I had that problem, but the third one I did not. So apparently there's some various frequencies available. So those are the three main problems that I had. Now with that being said, there was a couple other little things, but they're minor, just more based on my install experience than anything else, not so much against the kit or anything. So anyways, I'll stop talking. I'll turn back off the light and I will show you the different colors individually because I did not do that with the last install. So that is all the colors that you will get to have with your RGB kit. So there's some other buttons on here that I've really never messed with. Don't really know what they do. Of course there's brightness at the top, brightness at the bottom, that's kind of a given. But in the controller you have from here all the way to here, right there, all the different colors that you can mess with. There's actually some really cool colors. I wish this shitty camera picked it up better. But there's different things now. Like I said, I don't really know. Oh, there we go. See, that's kind of cool. Cycles through all the different colors. Clearly you're not going to be doing this while you watch TV. But it'd be cool if you had Pandora up or something and you had music going. So there's all kinds of different things you can mess with. Anyways, with that, video is already long enough, but those are kind of the three main points. So just as a recap, clean your TV really well, but pick a path that's really good, really simple. There's not a bunch of divots and you won't have any problems. Secondly, when you get the connectors, the 90-degree connectors, cut the little flaps off. Just use silicone instead. And thirdly, you may have to switch out the little RF boxes because your TV buttons, the channels, the volumes may interfere with it. No big deal, it's only a couple bucks, $5-6. With that being said, any questions, comments, feel free to put them in the comments below. If you like the video, like it. If not, well, really don't care. If you don't know how to install it, be sure to watch my other video. Again, put it somewhere here or here. And if you want to see more videos, be sure to subscribe. With that being said, thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.